So welcome everyone, it's RageGamer here, back for another Modern Warfare Remastered video, and today we're looking at how to do the Flyswatter challenge. This is still in the bootcamp section. We're going to keep moving on. If you've got any specific requests in the future, then feel free to say so, but for now we're going to focus on this one. If you do this, you're going to get 3,750 XP, and you're also going to get 2 calling cards and an emblem as well. Now what do you have to do for this challenge? You have to shoot down an enemy helicopter first 1 time, then 10 times, then 100 times, because there's 3 tiers to it. And after each tier you'll unlock something, and in total you get all those rewards. This is one of the ones I suggest where you sort of take it bit by bit and get your class ready so that if an enemy helicopter comes into your game, you know exactly what to do. But I wouldn't suggest going for it all in one go because it's going to take you forever. So just have your class ready so you can go into a game mode, and if a helicopter comes in, you know exactly what to do. Now, there are different games you can choose, you know, things like free for all good because it means people often earn helicopters, but I find the issue is you often die while you're trying to shoot it down, and I often rage a bit in free for all. So I don't like free for all for this. There are other game modes you can use, things like TDM, but to be honest with you, the best game mode I find, the one I like the most, is Kill Confirmed. It's like TDM, it lasts longer, and what also happens is people seem to get a lot of helicopters in it. I think it's because people sort of focus on the objective of tags, so people can go for those high streaks, get the helicopters, and then while other people are focused on tags, you can focus on shooting down the helicopter. So it's actually, I think it's quite a nice game mode for it. Now, there are some maps that will work better with this. I mean, most maps are okay, but I mean, I would just say avoid shipment. I think for some reason, the problem with shipment is that the helicopter is often so high, I find it really difficult to shoot at, because the weapon we're going to be using to shoot at it is kind of inaccurate, and the higher it up it is, the more difficult it is to actually shoot the helicopter. So I find avoid shipment. There are some maps which I like more than others, for example, in particular, Vacant, Crash, Overgrown, that kind of thing, but a lot of maps work well with this. I would say simply, when you go into games, try not to wreck the enemy too much. Look at the top of the leaderboard. Who is doing well to start off with? Try and avoid those people if you can. I know it's quite difficult, but try. The people who go on streaks will often go on them anyway, but just try and make it a bit easier for them to get those helicopters. Okay, so you're in game, someone's calling a helicopter, what do you do now? Well, like me, what you may have done before is you may have thought, oh good, the RPGs are good, I'll use those. So what I did in the past is I'd use one RPG, aim it, shoot at it with the RPG, and that would get it a hit marker. So then I think, okay, I've got my second RPG, I might as well shoot the RPG again at the helicopter, and lo and behold, it goes down. However, one time, I think what I did was I missed one of them, and then I shot with the second one, and that hit for a hit marker. So I then thought, well, I might as well try and keep shooting it down, so I switched to my normal primary weapon, and lo and behold, it just went down straight away, and I thought, that's so strange, maybe it was just a fluke, maybe someone was shooting it beforehand. But then I kept trying it, and in the end I found out that the RPG does the vast majority, like the big bulk of damage, and then all you need to do is shoot it and time it with your other weapon. So that's what I suggest you do in terms of weapons. Now, the reason for this is because the helicopter has armor, and it has high health. So what the RPG does is it destroys this armor and most of the health, and you just have to shoot it with a few bullets afterwards. So you'll see, I'll put some gameplay up. Literally what you're going to see me do is shoot the RPG at the helicopter. That'll do the vast majority of damage. As soon as you get the hit marker, you know straight away to switch to your primary weapon and then shoot a few bullets at it, and depending on obviously the damage of the weapon, and you should be good to go. The only weapon which isn't really very good is the shotgun. However, I wouldn't worry too much about that anyway. So I like using an assault rifle or LMG or something like that to shoot it down, but it just depends. Whatever you've got, it doesn't really matter. You want something generally that's more accurate, so you have to shoot less bullets. I did like the M16A4, I think you call it, because it's burst, so it's less recoil, so it's quite good. But whatever weapon you got to hand, really. That's all well and good, we know the weapon now, and I would suggest the RPG, it does the most damage and whatnot, but the thing is, it can still be difficult to shoot helicopters, so what do you do? I generally suggest what you do is, when you go onto a map, you should start to get the pattern of helicopters. What they do is they come in on a map, and they'll fly around to a specific location, float there for a little bit, and fly somewhere else, and they'll have the same pattern every map, unless it starts getting attacked, in which case it might move, but what will happen is it will fly in, it will hover around a location, and then hover around a different location and keep doing that until it goes away. So you'll quickly pick up the spots of where it stays. But as soon as you can see it's about to hover above a certain spot, get there and shoot this RPG at it. You've got to get used to the pattern of RPGs because they're quite inaccurate sometimes, but just get used to it and try and anticipate where the helicopter's going. Now, like I say, try and wait for it to hover, and as soon as it stops moving for a bit, then shoot it. And I don't think it has to actually shoot the main body of the helicopter. I mean, it can shoot the tail. I think it can shoot the rotors as well. But I generally suggest going for the main body of the helicopter. Now, the other thing as well, if it's flying and you can see which direction it's flying in, you can try and anticipate where it's going to go and sort of predict where it's going to fly and shoot the RPG just before it so that it will fly into it and it will give it time for the RPG to go up into the air and actually collide with the helicopter. So that's quite good. Like I say, as soon as you get the first hit, switch to your weapon and then you'll only have to put a few bits into it. And this is a quicker way of doing it because often it takes a while to reload the RPG and then sometimes you can miss the second shot or whatever. So just switch straight to your primary weapon, couple bullets, and that will do it. I think that's all for this video, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you found this useful, and if you want more challenges, just let me know. I'm RegGamer, and I'll see you guys on the next video.